Hi guys. Uh, we can slowly start, I think. We can slowly start, I think. Okay, I'm changed little this slide because if you could remember in group, I posted that we will do today wrinkles with baby botox, and also I will show you one more time how to do wrinkles on forehead. But before, because I had a lot of questions about product lost, I'm decided to show you one more time how I do lips. And here is my model. She has already huge lips. I did on her two times volume, Russian volume, and one time flat doll lips to create her cupid because she had very straight cupid. And they are, for me, they are perfect. For her, she's young and she's from Eastern Europe, what means if bigger, better. But she wants to do one more thing because when she stand up, her upper lip is looking like it's little bigger than lower, and this is why we decide to do little upper lip, but only here in the corners to leave them little here. And after that, I will do little more volume in this part, in middle part on lower lip only because she wants this effect on lower lip little bigger than upper lip. This is why in the corners I will do lifting. To do lifting for upper lip, we need to do very close lip liner, 2-3 shots close to corner, not exactly in the corner. Remember, we don't shut in the corner, but we will be close. And I will do just lifting here only with 1.0.015. That means 1.5 turn. In the middle part here, I will do just one turn to refresh her lip, nothing else. On lower lip, we will work with 0.02. That means two turns for each shot. You asking me very often why we lose products. This is only technique. The most of time is technique. If your pen is good, if your technique is good, it's almost impossible to lose products. But sometimes if we have clients with very dry lips, yes, it's possible. This happened for me too. Especially if I don't care too much what I'm doing because I'm speak with my client or something. I'm lose little product too. How much I'm lose? I think total not more than 10%. This is for sure not more. But it's possible to lose if people have scars after cold sores, if they have very dry lips or very loosened skin. That means older people. It's much easier to lose product. And technique is very important. Often you ask me what is my position when I'm working. I am now behind my client. I can stabilize my hands because I am with my hands on bed, also on her face. That means I can control completely my pen, and this what I'm doing. I have already set up my pen and I will show you one more time how to lift corners. I will do fast injection in upper lip just to refresh little. I don't touch today Cupid because you can see that it's much higher than her middle part. That means she doesn't need nothing more. She wants a little more plump, that means a little more flat. This middle part on lower lip. Okay, let's start. 1.5 turn in the corner just to lift her lip. And you can see I can measure, I can check where I'm shut. Make sure that when you squeeze her lip, between your fingers you have enough place and don't take this finger under her lip. This is not good and this is dangerous, because if you make mistake, you can shut her lip and your finger. This is why my fingers are straight, absolutely straight here, and I have a lot of place to push my pen here between my fingers. I am very close to her lip liner, push and shut. And you can see I didn't lose nothing, completely nothing here in this shut. Little here, but you can see how close her lip liner I am here. Just I think 1 millimeter, something like that. One more time, just 1.5 turn. And also what is important, make sure that each shot, her lip and your pen, your ampoule is absolutely dry. You can't move. Okay, one more time. I'm squeeze. I'm do this overlap. That means very close. This next shot. And the same here. I'm really squeeze and push in her lip. Here I'm little lost product, but it's maybe 2-3%. Skin is opened. My shot is done. I will do one more to make sure that I leave this that much as she wants. And Angel. One more time about Angel. Remember that if you're working with lip, always 90 degrees. But what that means? Because sometimes you are confused what means 90 degrees. Her body of her lip is looking here in this way. It's not here in 90 degrees. Here will be 90 degrees. What means? That if, for example, I don't turn her lip here to make sure that my 90 degrees will be here, if I don't turn, if I'm do like her natural lip is, I need to shut here. It's looking like with 45 degrees, but my pen is exactly 90 degrees to her lip body. This is the most important thing. And you can see when I squeeze her lip and I push my pen, all this top part of my pen is exactly in her lip. Okay, one more shot here, overlap. Okay, 3 shots in the corner to lift is absolutely enough. I don't do more here. I will go now for other side to do the same 3 shots to lift corners. I will show you later in group. I will post picture how it's looking after. I did before and I'm very close to corner. Squeeze, push and shut. I will do here 3 shots to make sure that it will be lifted the same, just with 1.5 turn. Okay, one more time. Overlap. Overlap means if my opened point is here, I'm touch another one with this rounder part of my ampoule. I'm very close with this next shot. The same, squeeze 90 degrees and shut. 2-3 seconds in this position, 2-3 movements. And after that, you can see where you did your shot is opened. Not always is bleeding a lot. This is for sure. I don't use gas. This is not gas, you know. This is regular cotton. This cotton is without hairs. I bought this here in America, in Florida, in public store. You can use gas, this is for sure. I use these cottons only because they are very comfortable for me. I don't have any hairs because you know in mouth she has it's wet, and when I put cotton with this hair, she has a lot in her mouth and it's not good for her. This is why I have this without hairs. One more shot here. Always remember, right after shot, you need to stop for 2-3 seconds your pen. After that, you need to do 2-3 movements And after that, you can take off your pen. This is a very important part. If you will do it too short, too fast, um, if you will do it too fast, you will lose a lot of product. Okay, let's go for all her lip, and I will do just one turn to refresh her lip because she doesn't want to add here volume. They are really huge. We will do just flat lips on lower lip, and that's it for her. Let's go here. The same. Squeeze with straight fingers. My fingers are straight. Here I have my cotton. Here I need to make sure that it's completely dry. The same my ampoule. I'm squeezing with my straight fingers and push my syringe inside her skin. And look, when I push my syringe, my full syringe is exactly in her skin. You can't see any part of syringe around. It's exactly inside her skin and I don't lose any product. If my technique is good, I don't lose product for sure. And slowly, slowly, because some of you send me videos and you're working too fast. If it will be too fast, will be not exactly good, will be with not good technique, and always will be risk that you lose your product. After shot, 2-3 seconds, stop with your pen, 2-3 movements, and you can take off your pen. And the same I will do next too. And you can see she doesn't bleed a lot, but this depends from client. It's not depends from my technique, this is for sure. I'm always numb her lip because if I'm numb, it's much easier for me to see her veins. If she has any visible veins, always is risk that I will break them. And to make sure that I don't break any hair vein, I use numbing because it's much easier to see each vein. Okay, the same here, 90 degrees, just one shot. Stop for 2-3 seconds, 2-3 movements, and take off your pen. If it's bleeding more, this is not bleeding, this is almost nothing, but if it's bleeding more, just push your finger on the top of this bleeding for a couple seconds and try to stop this bleeding. Okay, let's go with another shot, just all shots on her lip. I'm doing next to. She has very bad thing here, but she eat her lip, and this is why she has something like that here. If it's open, I don't do injection, and I told her a couple days ago, if that will be not healed, I don't touch your lips. Because this is completely not sense to break skin much more than is here. But this part is on wet area where I don't touch, that means I am safe here. Okay, the same here. Squeeze. I push my pen, just shut. 2-3 seconds in this position. My button is inside my pen. 2-3 random movements. And you can see I didn't lose nothing. Completely nothing. I have opened my skin here. All products went inside. One turn. Squeeze. Push. When I'm squeezed, one more time, I have between my finger a lot of place with her lip. Her lip is hard. You can see skin here is not loosened. And I'm push. And now I'm shut. You can see when I did this shot, this bleeding from this hole was like spray. Why? Because this pressure, what I did here, when I did my shot, push here this bleeding out. All products went inside. I didn't lose nothing. One more time. It's not matter how much product you use per shot. If you turn your pen 1, if you turn your pen 1.5, or if you turn 2 times, It's not matter. This is only our technique, nothing else. But I'm just refresh upper lip. Sometimes you ask me if it's possible to do just one lip. I never do it because always, especially for older people, because always they have some wrinkles. If they have some wrinkles, if, for example, lips are very dry, it's much better to do less product, but still shut little than completely don't do nothing. And this is why when I'm doing lips, always if she doesn't want, like on her now, she doesn't want to add more volume for her upper lip. This is why I decide to do only one turn for her upper lip. Lower lip now, and this lower lip I will do with flat technique. What mean I will add just 2 shots close to corners to add little more volume in the corners, but in middle part. In this part here, I will work very close her lip liner. Not in the middle part, but very close her lip liner. That's cottons. What I have here, I'm buying in Publix. But I know that in USA, not all states have Publix. And you know, I can post in group link for this shop where I purchased these cottons. But exactly the same you can do with gas. Completely the same. Okay, let's go for lower lip. I am going here close to her corner. Can you look at her, please? Okay, I'm dry her skin in the corner. I can see here she has small vein, but it's fine. I will be between these two veins. And the same, I'm squeeze with straight fingers here. Between my fingers, I have a lot of place to push my syringe, to push my ampoule. And now I'm shut just one time here, and I will do one more shot here. You can see nothing. I didn't lose completely nothing. Even it's not wet. Nothing. Everything went inside. Okay, I need to fill my ampoule little. I will do in this corner 2 shots, and after these 2 shots, we will go for flat lower lip. Okay, one more thing about how to fill ampoule, because I know that you have some problems with the skin, because some girls write me that when she tried to refill, she loses a lot of product because product is going here outside this way. This is why that happened, because when I did my one, when I used my one ampoule for her lip, I need to make sure before I fill this one more time that it's completely empty. And you can see when I push here outside, you can see 1 drop hyaluronic acid is outside. This is why you need to make sure that this 1 drop you need to clean. After that, I remove this plastic part from inside, and now I'm fill without needles, just half my ampoule until 15 maximum, and you can see when I take this off, everything is inside. It's nothing go outside here. It's absolutely fine. But what is important, remember when you try to refill, make sure that your ampoule is completely empty. If it's empty, everything is going inside. Okay, I'm connect with my pen. Before I set up my pen, I turn my pen that many times as 1 drop is outside. I'm clean this, set up my pen 2 turns, because for this lower part I will do now 2 shots. 1 we have done, and you can see right after, I think it's maybe 1 minute. After this shot, she will have here small bruise. Only because I was very close her vein, which was visible for me. I didn't shot in vein because was not a lot of bleeding. You can see that was from a couple last shots. This is everything what I did on upper and with this one shot here. It's not a lot, but will be small bruising for sure. 1 more shot here in the middle part. 1 second. One more shot here. Yes, I'm always working behind my client. I'm never working in the front of my client. Completely for me, it's not comfortable. I lose a lot of product if I can't stabilize my hands. Here I have hands, you can see I have hands on her face. That means my hands working stabilized. I have stabilized my hands. I am not working like that because if I can't stabilize my hand, I can make so many mistakes. This is for sure. What means my injection will be not looking good. Okay, I did 2 shots in the corner. Now I will do all middle part very close her lip liner, but because she has little dry her lip, before I start with shots, I'm stretch in the corners. I have here just micellar water. I will show you in a second what micellar water I'm using. The same from Publix, it's normal, regular micellar water from Garnier. And clean her dry skin to make sure that I don't lose a lot of product, because remember, it's much easier to lose product if skin is dry, if you have a lot of dry part of skin on her lip. And this is why before I start, I'm clean with wet water, wet with micellar water, and now I'm ready to do middle part with flat technique. Flat is similar to volume, but with flat technique, we're working the most of time very close lip liner. What is not easy, believe me, it's not easy, especially if we have client with huge lips, with lips, what I did before, volume. It's much easier to lose product with this technique, much easier, only because we're working on lip liner or very close lip liner where skin is thicker. And do here 2 turns per each shot. With flat technique, we can work overlap. If you want to do more flat lips, that means a more sharp lip liner, you can do overlap. And do 2 turns for each shot. Yes, if you have cottons with hairs, it's completely not comfortable to work. I know that. This is why I found these cottons, they completely don't have any hairs. But if you can't buy these cottons, you can buy gas. Gas is much better than cotton with hair. This is for sure. Okay, I need to clean one more time here to make sure that it's dry. I'm going here in the middle part overlap, 90 degrees. I'm lost little here, only because I was on her lip liner, but not too much. It's little. 2 turns. And you can see how big is her dry area. She didn't have lips before. I posted this picture. I posted this picture in group, and I know that you saw this picture. She didn't have lips 2 years ago. And created her lips. She never had a needle injection. This is very important. Never. She had only pen injection. What I did on her, 2 times I did her volume lips, like Russian volume, and 1 time I did her doll lips. That was few months ago, I think 4 months ago, something like that. And now she wants to do just little more visible this middle part of lower lip. But I refresh all lips, upper and lower, to make sure that they will look even and the same, and they will look not dry. Because sometimes if, for example, we decide to do just lower lip, not upper, lower after healing is looking very nice, it's looking hydrated, but upper is looking like it's so dry skin. And this is why always I do both. This is why I decide for her to do today for upper lip only 1 turn. That means 0.01 ml per shot. Okay, and you can see how close lip liner I'm working. You can do exactly on lip liner if lips are smaller. Really push. and shut. Okay. Okay, you can see how much lift that is here in this area when I start to do very close lip liner. Is much more lifted. That means will be like flat technique. This part will be more sharp and will be more open her lip. Okay, and next shot. Very close this lip liner too. That I told you, if you work with flat technique, you can do this shot, especially in middle part overlap. This is possible. Here was a very good shot. Okay. And one more shot I will do here in middle part, and after that these two in the corners, and that's it. That will be finished for her lip. I'm refresh them more, and I do a little more volume in her lower part. Okay, and now you can see how much bigger is her lip, how much more flat is looking this part in the middle on her lower lip. And now I will do two more shots in the corner. To little leave this corner and to make little more plump, but just in the corner. We don't do plump. If you want to do flat lip, you don't do volume in the corner. Okay? In the middle part, sorry. We don't do volume in the middle part. In the corners, we exactly go in middle line, and I'm at just two shots, not more. She has here a couple of small veins. Let me check where I can shot. Here is her vein. I'm not sure that you can see this in camera, but here is very visible. When I squeeze, it's exactly here her vein. And I will do little closer her lip liner to make sure that I don't break this vein. Excellent, went inside. And you can see I didn't shot in vein for sure because bleeding is normal. This little, not too much. Okay, she's done. I will post her picture after. I hope that you understand me. Sorry for my English, I'm still learning. We'll do next live in the end of month, and I hope that you tell me what you want to see yet in next live. We'll do now 30-second break, and I will switch my model because now I will do wrinkles, and I will show you yet how to feel scar, especially scar between brows, because I had many questions from you how to feel scar, if it's safe or not, how to do it, how to open skin. And this is why I'm decided to do today wrinkles on forehead without any numbing. I don't use numbing on face, just on lips. And I will do exactly the same on forehead. That means I will do this exactly the same with scar because it's really deep, and I will show you how to feel the scar. Okay, let's back in 30-40 seconds. Okay, we are back and switch my model. You can see it's a man. That will be for sure not easy because they are like small child. Okay, I will clean his forehead before I start. You can see he has really deep lines on his forehead. I did on him, but many months ago, I think more than a year ago, his forehead with baby Botox, and I did on him also stamps. But he never had before regular Botox. He never had filler in this area. And this is why this time I decided to do filler on his very deep lines. And here, this is not line, this is his scar. When I stretch skin here, you can see that this line change color for white. That means it's thick. This skin is thick. Will be not easy to open the skin. This is why if you have that scar like here, when you stretch and any vein is not visible, that means it's safe to do the scar. It's safe to feel the scar. But what we need to do, if it's visible this white line what I have here, that means his scar and skin here will be much thicker than next to, and I will do all my shots next to the scar, just 1 millimeter from scar. And let's see how will be working for him. I never do it before for him, that means it's my first time too. Fillers, what I use like always, just Bonetta, and for him, for my model for lips, I'm using Bonetta Volume. I'm so in group that some of you think that is too thick. Absolutely no, it's not too thick. If your technique is good, if your pen is good, it's completely not too thick. It's excellent filler, and especially what is the most important, it's not only important that will be working good for our work, that it will be going great inside without product loss. It's very important for our clients last long time. And Bonetta filler, if it's thicker, it really lasts up to 8 months if it's good injected. And on model with lips, I'm decided to use Bonetta volume. On his forehead, I will use Bonetta Deep. Okay, I have ready my pen. I changed it ampoule. I changed it filler. Now with Bonetta Deep, I will do his lines. But first, I want to start with this line here. This is scar, mechanical scar. And that I told you, I will work close to this scar. Exactly in this line, because this white line is next to, and I need to work with just 1 millimeter, I think, from this line. What is important on forehead, on each line, any wrinkle, I always work with 0.01, that means one turn. In this area, always is dangerous, and you need to make sure that your position is very good. And this is why I always work behind my client, where I can stabilize without any problem for my hands. I can take my hands on my client's face or on my bed, and I feel much more comfortable. In this area, if you work in between eyebrows, even if you do 11 lines or any wrinkle between eyebrows or scar like he has, is really important. Don't move your pen, because it's very easy to move inside his eye and shut in eye. That will be really horrible effect. This is why I take my fingers here. I'm little protect his eye. I'm stretch skin here between my fingers. I'm push my syringe, and I'm shut. Oh, you can see I moved, but here on his forehead, not in his eye. This is very important. I did just one shot here in our line, and now I will work overlap only with 0.01 ml per shot, and I will clean this time really well my syringe and his forehead to make sure that I don't move. Stretch, and now overlap. Push and shut. 2-3 seconds, 2-3 movements, and it's ready. I do it without any numbing. This is for sure. I don't use numbing on face, on lines, for a fat dissolve, just for lips, to make sure that lips will be more comfortable for me to see, more will be much easier for me to see veins. And what is important here, you can see when I'm stretch skin, he has already small bruise. Why? Because his skin inside scar, which is thinner, deeper than our normal skin. Here, this part of scar is a thinner skin in this part. Here is thicker. Here is thicker because it's outside skin. Here is line inside his skin. This is why right after shot he has little bruising. It's normal, completely normal, because this skin is much more sensitive here. Okay, one more shot here. Okay, and I will do one more shot overlap here, just with 0.01 ml per shot, not more. One more time, I will do picture on him to make sure, because I think that my last picture was not exactly what I need. Now it's okay. Okay. One more shot here, exactly in his forehead. Here is bleeding little. Make sure that is dry. I will stop this bleeding. Yes, if you did on 11 lines and you have a lot of product lost, that means skin is thick. Yes, here we can lose little more product than for lips, this is for sure. But what is very important, you need to control your shots. That means when you really stretch skin in line, you can see when it's loose skin, when I don't shot, it's much deeper this line, and it will be much easier to lose product if I don't stretch. I really stretch his skin. He probably feel more that I'm stretch and push than shut. Okay, but I can see now completely this change, little, it's looking much better. One more shot overlap here. Okay, and we are done with our forehead, with our scar. Yeah, I can see that it's a little painful for him, probably because I'm pushed really well. Now I will do lines. With lines, it's much easier, much better for our clients. It's probably not painful, I hope. It's not painful for him. Okay, I will start from this line, what he has here. You can see that this line is not too deep here, but very deep in this area. And now we have to stretch skin, and I'm start in the corner of this wrinkle. Just one shot, stop after this shot, 2-3 seconds, and clean. One turn, just one turn. Overlap. I don't need to push here that much like I push between his eyebrows. Between eyebrows, I pushed more only because I wanted to make sure that I don't move with my pen to his eye. This is very important. And when I push a little more, it's much easier to control my pen. And the same here. I'm stretch skin. I hope that this is visible. Let me move a little my camera. I hope that will be better. And I'm going to overlap here 2-3 seconds, 2-3 small movements, and that's it. One turn. Sometimes you ask me if people not bleeding on forehead or people not bleeding on face is mean that product is not inside. Not always. This completely depends from person. And you can see that he's bleeding little on forehead. Some people, they don't bleed completely nothing. It's almost nothing. But men, I think they little bleed more, especially on forehead, they little bleed more. But it's still nothing horrible. It's just little. Always make sure that every shot what you're doing is really dry skin and dry ampoule, and make sure that always you stretch skin. This is very important to really stretch skin. Just one turn, that means 0.01, and I am going overlap each shot exactly inside my line. Exactly inside my line. After each shot, you need to make sure that skin is dry and your ampoule is dry. If it's little more bleeding, please stop this bleeding as soon as possible. If you start this bleeding, if you stop this bleeding, will be without bruising or without bigger bruising. Remember, guys, that we have promotion now, 40% for Bonetta, and all orders what will be placed today will add some gifts. We have some product samples, we will add some cosmetics, some makeup stuff, and some new products what we're testing now. And I hope you enjoy your gifts. You can see here in this area what I did already. How difference is between this part what I did already and this part what is not done yet. How fuller is here than here. My line here is absolutely deep. Here is almost even. Now, my last result, that means healed results, will be after 2 weeks. This is time when hyaluronic acid stabilizes, especially on thin skin like forehead. Normally it takes around 3 weeks. This is why next time, if you want to add something, if we want to add more products, always we need to wait 3 weeks. This is absolutely the best time for when hyaluronic acid stabilizes inside skin. And you can see in this area I don't use a lot of products. Little more was on his scar, but it's normal because scar is much thicker skin than here where it's just line. Everything is going inside. And what is important on lines, always 90 degrees, always stretch skin, and very important, stabilize your product after each shot. That means now I'm stretch his skin clean to make sure that is dry, his skin and my ampoule. I'm going overlap. I'm little push. Shot. After this shot, my button is inside. I'm turned 2-3 times. And I'm back. You can see nothing, completely nothing. I didn't lose nothing here. One more time, just one turn, stretch his skin, dry before I'm shot, push little, and shot. And you can see everything went inside, everything, without any product loss. And this is why wrinkles were looking much better. I will post this picture right after we finish live. I will post right after picture in group, and also week later I will post in group how it's looking healed. That means without bruising. Because that I told you completely healed will be after 3 weeks. 2 if we're working on forehead. Okay, one more shot here. And I have to fill my ampoule. I will show one more time with this ampoule what I'm doing. Before you fill ampoule, remember that your ampoule should be completely empty. What that mean? Before I remove this plastic part here, I'm push here to remove everything what is inside. When I removed everything, I know that my ampoule is empty. Now, I remove this plastic part, take my filler, fill until 15, not more. And now I'm connect with my plastic tip, push little to the top, connect with my pen, make sure that it's really good connected, and before you set up your handle, turn that many times as one drop here in case it will be outside. If it's outside, that means your pen is ready. Okay, and now I'm set up just one turn because that I told you with wrinkles, I'm working with one turn, but overlap. Okay, we will go for this wrinkle. What we have here, I need to clean a little before I start with micellar water on his forehead. I'm working now with Bonetta Deep. Don't work with Bonetta Volume on forehead. This filler is too thick for forehead. This filler is good only for face volumetry, like cheeks, chin, also lips, especially bigger lips, especially for flat technique, but for sure not for forehead. It's completely not good because you can do lumps. We don't want to do lumps. This filler is very smooth and it's not big risk for lumps, but they are possible. They are possible, and to make sure that I avoid the lumps, I don't do Bonetta Volume on forehead. I used here Bonetta Deep. And everything overlap, each line, each shot is overlap. Just stretch skin, push little your syringe, shot after shot, 2-3 seconds, stop on this position, 2-3 movements, stop 2-3 seconds, 2-3 movements, and after that my shot is done. Okay, next line, we have little higher. Here, this line we will do now. Here I'm start. When I'm stretch skin, I am not able to see his lines. But when it's loosened, I can really see that my lines is start here. That means I will start my shots here. Just little push. Yes, man, I can't push too much. It's like a baby. Shot is not painful. More pain, they feel more when I push than when I shot. This is for sure. When I do my wrinkles, it's exactly the same. I feel much more that I push that the shot. Shot is nothing. And remember, guys, it's not easy to do all wrinkles, especially on forehead. We need to work with 90 degrees. It will be 45, 60 degrees. Always you will lose product. Probably all product or more, most of product per each shot, and this is why it's better to do with someone else than alone, especially wrinkles on forehead. You can see how much much more even is this wrinkle now, what I did. I will do picture around 10 minutes after this injection. I do the same with my clients. Why? Because after this 10 minutes, in case it starts to stabilize inside skin, and result is more visible, because right after shot, not always you can see that you did something, and this is why. Okay, little push, not too much. Each time we need to clean. You know, guys, after when we do forehead, during work is not painful. We don't feel nothing, but some clients, they feel little pain next day because skin is stretched. It's a lot of much more stretched than was before, and this they can feel discomfort. Maybe not pain, but it's a little like discomfort for sure, because skin is more fuller in these lines. His lines are deeper and it's a lot of shots, but still, Daring, I don't think that he feels a lot. When I push, for sure he feels something, but probably tomorrow he will feel a little more. Okay, 2 more shots and I have to fill 2 more wrinkles and we will have finished on his forehead. Here overlap each shot on wrinkles, any wrinkles, not only on forehead, smile lines, smoker lines, 11 lines. Everything should be overlap with little less amounts than for lips. This is for sure. And we shot exactly in the inside our each wrinkle. You can see these shots are exactly in line. His little bleeding, I will stop this bleeding, I will clean his forehead, and I will fill one more time my ampoule. And as I said, I'm working with Bonetta Deep. This filler is excellent. It's really smooth filler. I found this filler around 14, maybe 16 months ago. And when I check this, I decide to add for my clients, especially because it's really working good. It's not too thick. Believe me, it's not too thick. This is our technique and just our pen, nothing else. And if you still have product loss, don't give up. Don't give up. This is absolutely only practice. And to make sure that you're working good, always remember we need to work with 90 degrees. We need to control our hands. That means our position is very important. This is why I'm always teach and I'm always do my clients behind. I never do in the front of my client. For me, it's impossible. I don't know why, but I don't feel good. I can't shot good. I'm lose product too if I'm working behind, not behind, but or in the front of my client. And this is why always my work is behind. Okay, and I'm fill my ampoule already, and I will do a couple more shots. For what filler I recommend for this skin type, for each skin type, Bonetta Dip will be good because Bonetta Dip is for lines for little bigger lips, not too much, this is for sure. And for if you want to do just like hydration for lips, you can do it Bonetta Dip also. For each line, for each wrinkle, Bonetta Dip will be the best. Volume will be too thick. I think with volume will be possible, especially for sensitive skin, will be possible to do lumps. This is why I don't use volume for wrinkles. Volume is only for really huge lips, for flat lips because it's more visible, and this result with flat technique lasts longer if it's done with thicker filler. Also for face volumetry like cheeks, chin, because it lasts much longer. Okay, and just little push. And you can see each area on his forehead is different. In the middle part is bleeding more. Sides are almost without bleed. Nothing, completely nothing. But I don't have product lost, what mean everything is inside for sure. I'm do here only one turn. Okay, and one more wrinkle here, and we are done. I will post in couple minutes in group his result and my model result with her lips, what we did. Remember about cleaning, remember about angle. This is really very important. And Hyaluron pen injection, remember, is without needles, and this is why our technique is very, very important. If you will work too fast, if you don't control your pen, will be much easier to lose product, will be much easier to do mistake. And this is only practice, really. Sometimes people expect, I have that students that they expect that they do online training and right after she will do exactly the same what I'm doing. Girls, this is impossible. With this technique what I'm do now, this take for me couple years, but I felt really good after I did, I think, around 30 clients. It's not easy. It's looking very easy, but it's not easy, especially that we're working without needles. Okay, we'll back here in the middle. Let's do move, please. Okay, I will clean his forehead. And we are done. Thank you so much for today. Please let me know, absolutely let me know what you want to see in next live. We will do it in the end of month. And remember, only today we have this 40% off. 40% off is tomorrow too, but only today. If you place your order today, we will add some gifts, some product samples to your package to try with me, new products and some makeup stuff. Just if you purchase today. Thank you so much and enjoy your Sunday.